Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. There are some people in whose presence you feel a bit uneasy. They sort of put you on edge. You're like, not entirely sure, don't feel safe. Or you feel that there's something that you need to just keep an eye on them. For others, it's the very fact that they're not there, that they're not where you can keep an eye on them, that makes things suspicious. My dog, for example, if he disappears for more than about 10 minutes, I go looking because you never know what mischief he may be up to. And thus it is the strange case of John Swinney. He, about a year ago or so, went completely off the radar. He disappeared. He went away. And it's funny how he's back now, finally, but only after the Hate Act has come out. He's shown his face again. Now, actually, in fact, he showed his face a few days ago, but it's only the story's coming out now, so maybe there was an embargo on it. But it just seems that he seems to want to feel protected, perhaps, by these hate crime laws. Maybe he doesn't want people saying things about him, and I'm not going to say anything about him. Well, nothing that I'm sure he wouldn't want said, or that let's just say that you may infer from what we all kind of think of the man. But we're going to take a look at this because after a year with no show, no sign or anything, there was a grand opening at a school. And of course, as soon as he knew there was children, out comes Swinney. Let's have a look to see what the strange man of Scottish politics has been doing over with the children at a school. Here goes. So, Education Secretary Jenny Gilruth, the Minister of Fail there, isn't it? And John Swinney, make of that what you will, officially opened Riverside Primary in Perth. Any chance of getting into a school, eh, John? Built on the grounds of the former North Muirton Primary School, and I hope I pronounced that right. Should have, maybe. I'm sure I'll find out in the comments if I haven't. It is Scotland's first officially accredited passive house school. I think passive house it's the building type. It's like it's very well built, well engineered, but environmentally sustainable kind of thing, something like that. I think it's like the new golden building standard or something. Scotland's first accredited passive house school was officially opened this week by Cabinet Secretary Jenny Gilruth and Perthshire North MSP John Swinney. Now, I can understand Jenny being there because she pretends to be the Education Secretary, although she's actually the Secretary for the destruction of education. One has only watched the failure to build schools, the schools that have been closed because of terrible concrete problems, the massive drop, of course, in school attainments, all these problems that have occurred under her watch, but not just hers, the whole of the SNP for years. Massive underinvestment, you see. Always a problem. Never any money for schools. Always money for independence. But she's got to sort of poke her head around and show people that she still is doing her job. And of course, John Swinney was there because he's a Perthshire MSP. But it's always the fact that even though he hasn't been seen anywhere around for a long, long time, he thought, school, excellent. And along he popped. Actually, just going back to that picture, I'm going to say something. Hamza Youssef would hate that, wouldn't it? Look at that. Look at that school. The 5 of them there, all white. Guy in the right-hand side in the green jumper in the distance, white. The fella in the blue suit in the background between the girl there and there, white. All of them white. It seems ever so white, that area. Hamza would hate it, wouldn't he? You wonder why they couldn't find the token non-white for the photograph. I'm sure that would have raised eyebrows. You know, old Swinney go, can we have someone of colour? Got to make it look good and all that. Anyway, on Tuesday, March the 26th, pupils proudly welcomed local dignitaries to their impressive eco-friendly Argyle Road school building at its official opening. I don't know if they welcomed the local dignitaries when they found out who they were. Tolerated the local dignitaries, perhaps. Pupils from the nursery right through to primary 7 performed songs and read a poem about their impressive new school and told those gathered why they're so proud of it. Those gathered were then bored out of their tiny minds. It is the best school ever because blah 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 blah. I've been brainwashed. The school has been built to the Passive House standards, which uses very little energy for heating and cooling, cutting energy usage by 60 to 80%. I said it was up to that kind of standard thing, wasn't it? I didn't know what it was, now I do. There's a head teacher, Annabelle Burns, no relation, I suspect. Welcoming everyone to the official opening, head teacher Annabelle Burns thanked those involved in bringing two very special communities together. What communities? Miss Burns said they had created a school purpose-built to serve our learners and our learners to come. That would have pricked John's ears up, wouldn't it? And a new heart for this community. Providing the opening remarks, Learning and Families Committee convener SNP councillor John Rebick said, I was delighted to see... I turned into Winston Churchill then, didn't I? I was delighted. I was delighted to see Riverside Priory have had its soft opening last session in June, as it enabled the last primary sevens for both Balhousie and North Muirton to enjoy some time in their new school. I see, that's what the two communities are. The two previous schools have merged. The Perth City North Councillor added, I'm very excited to be here at the official opening. I'm sure he is. And people making great schools, blah, 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 blah. So, Education and Skills Secretary Jenny Gilruth and Perthshire North MSP John Swinney were tasked with the honours of officially opening the school. So there they are. What a pair they make. It's Klaus Schwab and a woman who doesn't know what she's doing. She's put a bit of weight on around the chin, hasn't she? I'm not kidding. I have put tons on. I'm not, should be the last to comment on that. But he does look a bit creepy like Klaus Schwab, doesn't he? Just imagine that in a Hugo Boss outfit, marching around the camps. Miss Gilruth told those who gathered it was a huge privilege. What, for them? And added that this is the first Passive House school in Scotland, which is really important. Oh, the other ones weren't important? Come on, Jenny, I would expect better grammar from you. You were a teacher. She said, this is also the first school I've had the opportunity to open as a cabinet secretary. Oh, bless. Who cares? Mr. Swinney said, it was an enormous pleasure to be here. I bet it was, John. I bet it was. You getting into a school. I bet you're having a load of pleasure, mate. He said it's... he described it as a very new and special place. And he does love new, special places, doesn't he? He added, it's important as an investment right at the heart of North Muirton and a very important part of our city of Perth and of North Perthshire. Blah, 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 blah. A couple of other people turned up and said nice things. And that's very kind. And there we go. Lovely, lovely. Funny, isn't it? It takes a school to get John Swinney out in public. Now, you can make of it whatever you want. Of course, I'm not going to say anything. It'd be quite wrong of me to say anything. Anything at all. You may think it, of course. You may think you understand what I'm getting at, what I'm alluding to. But it may not necessarily what I'm actually alluding to. And I do have to cover myself. I'll leave it to you. I'll come up and we'll round off. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of comments in the comment section about the things I'm sort of saying. I've been told things. We've all heard the rumours. We all kind of know. No proof. And that's why I'm saying nothing. But you're going to get the people defending him, of course. Same way as Hamza Yousaf defended a serial liar and fraudster, perhaps. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to stop there. Thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment. Please share the video. And I will speak to you later. Bye.